Hello, comic book fans. Here's Earl Grey, and yeah, I know I said I wouldn't do this kind of video again, but if I would get €1 every time I'm doing something I haven't planned before, I would be a rich man. And maybe I'm a rich man because I can buy this kind of huge package. No, I'm not rich, unfortunately. But yeah, we have to eat less in the next weeks, I think. The only reason why these books are loose already is because I've started unpackaging, but else it's neatly packed as well as always. But I think I stop the video, put out the books, and talk about them in a sec, or right now. Wait. So here I have unpacked all the lore. So that was all in the box. And maybe the biggest thing, so that I don't forget this to mention, the Artifact Edition, or Bernie Wrightson, soon to be panelogized thoroughly, I guess, in this right channel here. But a lot smaller book, but not a smaller event, in my opinion. The continuation of Stray Bullets from Lapham, Dave Lapham, that is. What's his name? Dave? Man. David Lapham. It's so long ago since I've read all the stuff here, Stray Bullets, that I don't even recall his name properly. So, it was high time that I get this new trade, but I'm very glad that they come up with this. So, here's some free stuff. This piles somewhere in my IKEA folders. Guide to collecting. What's that? Yeah, stuff to read on the beach or somewhere else, or maybe to give away to pupils or kids. I don't know. Let's see. Wonder Woman Rebirth, the next volume, 5. I have these Wonder Woman books in trade form, so I don't upgrade to the omnibus absolute format, even though it hurts, especially with the Cliff Chiang run. But no, I don't want to. But I try this book here, PS Art Books. This is my first PS Art book, or maybe these two here, The Heap, Volume 1 and 2. Cheapcomics.com, my seller. I don't get any money from him. It's rather the other way around, big time, as you can tell. Since I've read recently Bernie Wrightson's Swamp Thing and the other Swamp Thing stories in the Omnibus, Bronze Age Omnibus #1, hence the Artifact Edition here, which came along as a necessity, an urgent need to buy. Yeah, so that's it. And The Heap, I forgot. It's Swamp Thing before Swamp Thing, a Golden Age swamp monster. I guess it lives in the swamp as our Swampy, and is these shapeless monster. Looks a bit even like the Man-Thing from the Marvel Swamp Thing. So one of these books was reduced for reduced price, one of the Heap collections. And same goes for these Animal Man trades here. These came after the Grant Morrison run. There's a book in between which was called Born to be Wild, and these came after that one. I don't expect real great stories because it's not Grant Morrison, but yeah, he made Animal Man cool again, and for reduced price it has to be bought by me. So one or the other books, I'm not a book series that I usually don't dig into that much, because even though I dig them, I have the creativity of Ditko and the art of Ditko. These two books are really amazing, especially the paper was fantastic, and it seems to be the same with this book here. Yeah, Craig Joe, that's the guy behind all these books here, seems to make a real good job with these reprints of old material. And even though I'm a Kelly Jones fan and I am a Batman fan, this book was recommended to me many times, I guess, but I haven't got my fingers on it. It's a Batman as a Vampire Elsewhere story. Yeah, very cool, and for reduced price. The new Young Animal trade, Michael Allred story. I guess written by Lee Allred and Michael Allred. I have to see. I almost don't know anything about this, but Allred, Young Animal, I'm in. Copra Round 5. It's the new modernized version of the Suicide Squad by Michael Fiffey, independent style. Very cool art, judging just by the look of it and what was in the first 4 books. So this is a continuation. I'm very glad about this. And mentioned the Young Animal line from DC, and there was one of these stories, Shade the Changing Girl, which was obviously related to this book here, Peter Milligan's Shade the Changing Man. And yeah, I was interested big time in about this book here, just because of the Changing Girl. I didn't knew about this book here, even though I like the look of it and the art of it and all that, what I could find in the net. But yeah, now these books were for half price at least, and a no-brainer to get them. This is not half price, this is a guilty pleasure of mine, I guess. Suicide Squad Rebirth Volume 2 with the new Suicide Squad. You never know what you get. Sometimes it's really enjoyable, sometimes it's pretty stupid. Yeah, one of the very few superhero titles I still get. I didn't know if I mentioned one of them. That's one of the other superhero books. And I'm a bit on a Dave Gibbons trip right now, since I've bought these art book. I don't know its title, with the Green Lantern one jumping at you. That's a great book and should be panellogized. But actually, Sleepy Reader did a video about it, and he was the reason why I bought this book from Dave Gibbons. So look the video from Sleepy Reader, and yeah, that's maybe the best art book. I agree 100% with Damien that you can find about comics. So, but this is not secondary literature. This is a black and white comic by Dave Gibbons. And here we have Prison Ship, a science fiction story that I don't know anything about, but the artist Esteban Maroto, and he was of course the reason why I bought this book. He has this swinging 60 vibe, yeah, very cool looking style, and regardless of what he's done, is it vampire? He drew Vampirella, for an example, and a lot of other stuff, and he's an incredible draftsman, and it's a joy to look at his art. So here's a bit the other way around. Judge Dredd, Cam Kennedy, Volume 1 and 2. I have the Judge Dredd books in the same size here, oversized hardcover from IDW, with the stories from Brendan McCarthy and Brian Bolland. Maybe I can show you. There they are. And I didn't want actually to get these ones because Cam Kennedy isn't that great, at least in comparison to the aforementioned Brian Bolland and Brendan McCarthy. But one of these books is again half-priced or so, and I thought, hey, why not? And there's a thing with these 2000 AD reprints. Some of them are soft covers and smaller. Again, we can show you. There are these Judge Dredd reprints from Brendan McCarthy and with Brian Bolland comics. And on the left side from them, you have the Nemesis reprints, which bugs me a lot, to be honest with you, that they are a lot smaller than the Judge Dredd books. Because 2000 AD is a magazine, and the art in these magazines is reproduced in big size. So, yeah, kudos to IDW that they reprinted these Judge Dredd stories in oversize, or almost the original magazine size. Let's compare it. Here I have some 2000 AD. It's actually even a bit bigger than that. So, yeah, and here's my Bernie Wrightson book. And the other books to make a good thumbnail pic, maybe, in the end here. So, that's beautiful, isn't it? Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.